there, and welcome to day 24. We are starting to get toward the end of the challenge here. It's been going for a long time, and I hope you're getting some real value out of it. Now, today I want to talk to you about how to keep your readers coming back to your site. Now, I talked about this a few videos ago with regard to the importance of getting people onto your email list and how without it, you really don't have any form of control or leverage over your audience. You don't have any ability to reach out and bring them back or to direct their attention to anything without the email list. So you're pretty much at a humongous disadvantage if you're not building a list, regardless of whether you have monetary aims for your blog or not. So, all that being said, we are now going to come back into the idea, okay, once you've done that, how do you bring them back? So let me go over three different things here, some considerations here about how to get people to subscribe to your actual blog. Okay, so you got three ways to keep them coming back. You've got regular RSS, which is just your RSS feed. But keep in mind here with RSS is that not everybody likes to use it. In fact, in many cases, the audience doesn't know how to use it. So one thing that you might want to consider when you have RSS, especially if you're talking to a crowd who are not bloggers, is you might want to have a little video or something that actually shows them how they can use the RSS feed, because I have found that that's helped before, especially when you're talking to a non-tech savvy crowd. Now, the other way to go would be RSS to email. This is actually going to work a lot better in a lot of cases because email tends to be the way everybody communicates on the internet. So if you can have your RSS feed being powered directly into an email list so that whenever you post something, it triggers an email off to the people subscribed, then that can help bring people back. Now, one of the things that I've instituted on davidrisley.com is exactly that, and I'm going to show you my squeeze page here in a minute, but basically people can now read my blog via their email. I know I don't require them to come back to the blog. Every time I publish something on davidrisley.com, it triggers an email with the full content of that post sent to them in their email box. Because at the end of the day, I really just want them to read the stuff. I don't really care where they read it. Then lastly, you got the general email list, which is in many cases going to be different than your RSS to email list. The general email list is just maybe your newsletter, for lack of a better word. Now, using a squeeze page is something I wanted to talk to you about quickly in this video. This is a quick screenshot of the subscribe page that I have on davidrisley.com. So if you click on the numerical RSS subscriber count at the top of my site, then you will come to a page which looks like this, and you see that I have two options here. One is email, secondly is the RSS feed. And I basically tell them what to expect, but I allow them to choose whichever one works for them. And this is a different list than my main list. Now, so we got the email subscription here. We've got the RSS feed, but here's another thing that I've done because I treat this like a squeeze page. And then as I have a few testimonials about what subscribers of mine have said about being on my list. I wanted to put a little bit of social proof into this, and I also wanted to make it clear that I actually do deliver value via my email list. So this is how I do that with this squeeze page. I give them the two options of email and RSS. Now, I recommend you use something like Aweber rather than FeedBurner. FeedBurner has the RSS to email option, but the thing is you can't do much else with the list besides that. With Aweber, you can create yourself a list, and you can email that list and segment that list and do all kinds of really beautiful things with it, but you also have the option of doing a blog broadcast, which is essentially your RSS to email option. Now, this list should be separate from your main list. So on davidrisley.com, I have a list for my RSS to email, and it's separate from the main list where I send people things like, a promotion or let them know about a new podcast that just came out. Basically, anything that goes out to my main list, I directly type that email. It's an email from me to my subscribers, whereas my RSS to email list, everything there is just triggered by my blog. So very different purposes. I don't want to assume that people want to hear from me that often, so I give them the option on whether they want to get the RSS to email.